So my name is Ithatheng Mokgoro. I'm with TEDx Johannesburg. But I want to take you all the way to 1984 when a bunch of people somewhere in Silicon Valley were probably sitting around talking amongst themselves. And they were in technology, some were in entertainment, and some were in design. And they were thinking, you know what, there is no platform out there that caters for the kind of discussions that we are having now and we want to have more of. You know, there are all sorts of conferences, there are all sorts of media platforms, television, there are all sorts of things out there, but there's nothing that takes the discussion that we are having right now, technology, entertainment, and design, and puts it into one little pot that can grow into 15 million, 100,000 billion little pots. Okay, maybe it's time we created that for ourselves. And so they formed what has now come to be called TED. You know, technology, entertainment, and design. A lot of people think it's technology, education, and design. Actually, it's technology, entertainment, and design. But that was born from the realization that, and the vision that these three strands are going to come together at some point. What now is called convergence in retrospect. These guys saw way back in 1984. So somewhere around 2006, somebody at TED realizes that, you know, we have this cool conference now, and we have people from these three strands, technology, entertainment, and design, who come together and make these fantastic talks. And we do record them, but we keep them for ourselves. What if we put them online? This is when video on the internet was beginning to break out and start being a viable part of the broader internet medium. And they decided, we don't know if it's going to work, but let's try it out. Let's put video on the internet. But besides, you know, these talks are so nerdy. Who wants to know about how the universe began? I mean, on the internet, people were playing games, people were fooling around. It was chat rooms, and it was that sort of thing. But they tried it out anyway. And guess what? People started watching. And people started watching and wanting more of these talks. And this nerdy material went viral. TED happens once a year, somewhere right now in Vancouver, Canada, but you, wherever you are in your part of the world, can create your own independently organized TED event, and we can call it a TEDx, say Soweto, or a TEDx London, or TEDx Vancouver. But what you have here is now a platform where people who have ideas that need to be heard around the world, ideas that need to be scaled, wherever that might be, you know. When I talk to people around the world and I talk about the ideas that are coming out of our part of the world, they are much more interested, and I mean the world, in America, in Europe, and elsewhere in Asia. They are much more interested in the solutions that Africans are creating, the very specific solutions that come out of a particular African environment. But us as Africans do not often feel confident enough that our problems are what actually makes us unique, you know, because they allow us to create solutions that are uniquely ours. And if we just put our focus on our problems and try to solve for our problems, we'll come up with the most unique solutions in the world. So what inspires me? For me, there is nothing more exciting than an idea whose time has come. It literally almost brings my eyes to tears. You know, when you see an idea and you see that technically this idea is on point, it's doing all the right things, it's solving a problem, and the problem can be made to disappear provided we adopt this idea. That's what gets me inspired. That's what gets me up in the morning. That's what gets me excited. I am at Ithatheng on Twitter, at Ithatheng on Twitter. And you can find my organization, TEDx Johannesburg, at TEDx Joburg on Twitter, and TEDx Johannesburg on Facebook.